Hi everyone, this is Mary. I am super excited to have finished my craft and to show it to you all. I did a type of sewing called Crewel, specifically a Crewel embroidery pattern for this activity analysis, this learned craft. The history of Crewel, it's very much a type of sewing, but it's a type of sewing that uses a very large thread rather than a very thin thread, and it creates this very characteristic raised look that's very specific to Crewel and very unique to the Crewel type of embroidery. Um, Crewel embroidery generally comes in kits that you purchase, and the kit includes instructions pamphlet, quite a bit of thread, and a cloth for you to embroider, as well as a needle and any other necessary supplies specific to that particular embroidery pattern. It's meaningful to me because my mother made me a very beautiful piece of Crewel embroidery when I was younger. It still hangs on my wall and is very special to me, and I always wondered what that beautiful type of sewing was, and so I was very excited when I found out that what it was and that I could actually do it, and I could actually do it for this particular project, activity analysis, and have motivation and inspiration. So I purchased a Dimensions Needlecraft embroidery kit in the owl pattern, and that's the first step you want to do to be able to complete this pattern. The next step is you want to unpack all the different components. You have your string pack. Mine is a little bit messy because I've been sewing, but this is your string pack, and it comes on a cardboard hanger, and it shows you exactly the colors and the number that the color goes with, in which it coincides with a pattern, a stitch legend or key that details exactly where this color is supposed to be. So you'll have your strings, and you also have your needle, in which you will string your thread on the needle, and you will use this the entire time. Needles are the predominant tool you would use for Crewel. It's a type of sewing that only uses needles for the sewing. So you will have your instructions pamphlet, your threads, and your needle. You'll also have your embroidery cloth. Now this is a completed version of this embroidery, so you can see that there's the characteristic raised look if you look closely, and that it's very it has a lot of depth to it that's very characteristic to Crewel. And so you will get an embroidery or sewing cloth in your kit, and this is what it looks like. I have mine in a wooden band for sewing,